Is an abiding bliss possible in this life? Bliss appears in the absence of suffering, which is the absence of desire. Ramana Maharshi is repudiated to have radiated bliss such that others could perceive it, as if he were a torch that could warm and possibly light other pieces of wood, sooner or later, depending on their dampness. He used this analogy. He had no unconscious identification with a conceptual self for which to feel disturbance in the face of adversity. Thus, with no constituent to be affected by circumstance, there was stillness of heart. This allowed the perception of harmony with the moment. He was at peace. He was in the natural state, which is bliss. He discovered this when, at age 16, he felt that he was dying, and he surrendered to it, just let go of the body. In letting go, he palpably discovered the non-self nature of the body, mind and energy. His mind vanished into its source, leaving only awareness of being aware of the unfolding of dependently originated phenomena, but realizing that none of it could be what's beholding it, which can only be said to be beholding. The beholder cannot be beheld. Shirdi Sai Baba told a story of awakening through surrender to intense fear. A spiritual seeker met a guru in the jungle, and in following his instruction, allowed himself to be lowered upside down into a well. There he was suspended and left for dead for several hours. In those hours, the seeker surrendered to death and discovered the non-self nature of what's perceived. This surrender can allow the perception of inner space, sufficient to break the sense of identification with a physical, energetic, or conceptual self. It dispels the idea that anything awareness beholds is independent of one uncaused cause. There is awareness of the unfolding of all that's perceived. The will of the first cause is perfect, but it doesn't serve any one perspective. This bliss is the heart's reflection of the truth of this moment. If each person could discover this, then perhaps our consciousness can catch up with our technology.